Welcome my dear students in Prep 2. Our session today is about operations on the square roots. At first we want to know how to deal with a real number with a square root in the denominator. In this case we will multiply up and down by the square root because we don't want any square root in the denominator. For example, in this exercise, write each of the following such that the denominator is an integer. The first one, 4 over root 11. I'll multiply up and down by root 11. So it will be 4 root 11 over 11. The second one, 9 over 2 root 6. By the same way, I multiply up and down by root 6. So it will be 9 root 6 over 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. So 9 root 6 over 12. And we can simplify by dividing 9 and 12 by 3. It will be 3 over 4 root 6. The last one, 3 over root 5. I'll multiply up and down by root 5 to get 3 root 5 over 5. Or 3 over 5 root 5. They are the same. Here we have some rules. We have studied the rules before. Let's remember together the rules. The first one, that if we have root a times root b, it will be root a times b. The second one, root a over root b, root a over b. But of course, b doesn't equal 0. The third one, if we have a root in the denominator and we want to cancel this root, we will multiply up and down by the root. So a over b, root a over root b will be multiplied by root b over root b to get root ab over b. Of course, b doesn't equal 0. Also, a root b is the same as root a power 2b. Okay, so if you have a number outside the square root and you want to put it inside, you will multiply this number by itself, or it will be power 2 if this number is multiplied by the square root. Okay, let's take some exercises. The first one, simplify to the simplest form. Here we have root 75 minus 2 root 27 plus root 3. We can factorize 75 and we can use the fact that 75 equals 3 times 25. So 75, it means root 3 times 25. Here we have 27. 27 equals 3 times 9. And here we have root 3. I'll choose 25 and 9 because they are a perfect square. So I can put them outside. Okay, I can put them outside the root. So the first one, 3 times 25. We have a square root. The square root of 25 is 5. So it will be 5 root 3. The second one, here we have 9. 9 is a perfect square. So it can be outside the root 3. The root 9 is 3. So it will be 5 root 3 minus 2 times 3. This is 3. It means the square root of 9. Root 3 plus root 3. Okay, now we can add them together to get 0. 5, and here we have negative 6, and here we have 1. So 5 plus 1 equals positive 6, and here we have negative 6, so the result will be 0. Another example, 2 times root 50 minus 3 times root 2 minus 4 times root 1 over 8. I choose two numbers. The product of them is 50 and one of them is a square root. So we can write 2 times 25. 3 root 2 is simple. And here we have negative 4 times root 1 over 8. Okay, here we have 2 times 25, this is 50, minus 3 root 2, minus here I want to cancel root 8, so I multiply up and down by root 8. Also you can put 4 inside the root, it will be 16, 16 over 8 is 2, so it will be root 2. Okay, so here we have 2 times 5, because here root 25 is 5, so 2 times 5 root 2 minus 3 root 2 minus here we have 4 root 8 over 8. I'll simplify dividing by 4, so we have root 8 over root 8 over 2, but here 8 is 4 times 2, so we have 2 root 2 over 2, which is root 2. Okay, so from the beginning we can put 4 inside the root, but it will be 16. 16 over 8 is 2, the same way. The result will be root 2. Now we can simplify. We have 10, because here we have 2 times 5 equals 10. 10 root 2 minus 3 root 2 minus root 2. Okay, negative 3 and negative 1 is negative 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. So the result will be 6 root 2. Okay, that's all about our session today. Next session we will continue with a new part, which is the two conjugate numbers. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.